Okay, how you guys doing today? Will, with just in time prepping. Hey, how you doing? It's about 80 or 90 degrees outside, so I brought the camera inside today. And instead of making something, I just want to kind of talk to you guys, see what you guys think, and shoot some stuff out there that I've been mulling through my head. I don't know about you guys, but I'm retired, so I do a lot of research and I do a lot of reading, and I try to figure out what's going on in the screwed up world that we live in today. And you know, North Korea, they've got all these missiles that they're shooting off, and now they're saying that they've got one that'll reach U.S. soil. Maybe not the 48, but they will be able to reach somewhere that we have. It could be probably Hawaii or somewhere like that, maybe Alaska. And it kind of bothers me, that the president that we have right now, he just is hell bent to have something going with North Korea. It kind of scares me. Tell you the truth, it really does. It kind of scares me that we have a president that really doesn't know what the heck he's doing, and even though he acts really naive and whatnot, he still is trying his hardest to get us to go to war with North Korea, maybe even China. I don't get it. I mean, if I was a brand new president and all I was a businessman before I was president, I would be trying to stay away from war. I mean, he says he's the great negotiator. He hasn't really negotiated anything since he's been there. Been in power, been in the biggest leader in the free world is how they put it, I don't know. I have a teenager that I really am concerned about. Like I said, I'm retired, and you guys know, if you watch my videos, I'm not in the best health. Heck, you look at here, I've got the old bicycle over here. You guys see me ride the bicycle? I've lost a few pounds riding that bicycle, but that doesn't mean that I'm ready to have shit hit the fan. Kind of bothers me. North Korea, their leader is kind of whacked out, It's sort of like our leader. He, for the longest time, that nation has wanted to go to war, and they've had a hate for the United States. So it really bothers me, he's going to do his best to get some sort of nuclear bomb of some sort into the United States, whether it be the main body of the United States, or whether it's the West Coast, or Hawaii, or Alaska, maybe even South Korea, or Japan. I mean, they're our allies, so, excuse me, they might even want to go there. I mean, think about it. I mean, I try to look at it not from the Democratic side or from the Republican side or even from the independent side. I try to look at it as an American. I mean, I am just an American. I mean, I myself have served in the military, and I'm old enough to remember some pretty hard times. But some of you guys have never been in the military. Some of you never really have had the hard times that most Americans have had. So you need to think about all this, I mean, we go about our everyday lives, and we just think, well, whatever happens, happens. That's just the way it's going to be, That's how it's always been. But You know, if it weren't for the military people of the United States, you guys wouldn't have the freedoms that you have. And the way Trump is working the magic here of making America great again, we may not have those freedoms by the time he's all done. I mean, he's already distanced us from the world stage. And some of you guys might be saying hoorah, you know, but that's not, my opinion is that's not really what we need. What we need is to have our, the greatest nation in the world on the world stage, leading the world. It's not happening right now. I mean, we are probably a laughing stock of the rest of the world right now. That kind of bothers me because, like I said, I served my country. Donald Trump, he did all he could to dodge the draft. And then he turns around and says all these things that aren't even true. So I'm really concerned about North Korea. It bothers me. It should be bothering you guys, but a lot of you guys just go on and go to your jobs and come home. And then on the weekends, you go out on your jet skis or your boats or go camping with your families and just say, oh well. But you guys shouldn't be saying, oh well. I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg, you know. There's so many things that we need to think about as Americans. Healthcare is in there, but I'm not going to talk about healthcare today because that's not what it's all about. I'm really worried about our nation going to war with North Korea or maybe even China. I mean, that's not going to be a pretty war. I mean, anybody that even studies the war history of books and stuff like that, any of the wars we've ever fought have been somewhere else. We've gone somewhere else and helped somebody else out of a big bind so that we could keep our freedom. But if we go to war again, it might not be that way. We might be fighting on our own soil. And that's something to do with SHTF. What if it happens? Are you ready to go? Are you got all your stuff that you need? Food, water, shelter, weapons. Have you got all that stuff put together? Because a lot of people don't. If you don't get the word out there, how are they going to be prepared? I mean, we as preppers are prepared. And we keep learning every day. If we're good preppers, we keep going out and we keep looking at other channels and other people, and we find out what they do. And or anyway, that's how I do it. I mean, I don't just have this channel and just worry about this channel. I go out and I watch other prepper channels and I make sure that I can pick something up from them, and if I need to, I can come and share it with you guys. But I don't know. I don't know what to think. North Korea keeps firing all these missiles. They keep going farther and farther. What are they going to do when they're able to come all the way to the 48 states and possibly put a nuclear warhead on top of that? It's pretty scary. Some of you folks are in your 20s, maybe 30s, maybe even early teens. But you guys haven't even had a chance to live life yet. You may think you have, but you haven't. What are you going to do if something like this happens? Have you thought about that? I do it so I can help other people. As I said, I have issues. I have health issues. Everybody that watches my videos knows a little bit of my history, and I probably will perish in the collapse. But guess what? I'll perish knowing that I taught somebody else something that they can use to survive. So, I guess what I'm saying is we need to think more about what's going on out there. It's my opinion and only my opinion, but we have a president that really doesn't deserve to be where he's at. And that's only my opinion. I don't want to cause you guys any grief. I don't know what your thoughts are, and I'm not going to try to change your mind, because you all have to make your own minds up. But what if he gets us into a war where we have to fight on our own soil, like we did back in the Civil War? It'll be brothers against brothers and sisters against sisters again, against another nation, against immigrants. You know, I'm with everybody else about the immigrants. I think that they should be allowed to come here, but they have to come here the right way. I don't want illegal immigrants here because it will overrun our country. But we do have immigrants here, and the United States is a country of immigrants. But they have to come here in the right conditions. They have to come with the intent of doing it all legally. What are your guys' comments on this? What do you think should happen? Are you afraid that we're going to go to war? Have you got your SHTF put together? Have you got your food and your water and your shelter? Have you got enough stored up to last at least 30 to 60 days? Because, you know, you won't be able to do it when it happens. When shit hits the fan, you're not going to be able to just run out and get all this stuff all at once, because it's just going to be gone within a matter of hours. If you haven't learned anything from my channel and other channels, the one thing you should know is you should have enough food and water and ammunition to last 30, 60, 90 days, maybe even longer. I know I prepared. I've even shown you guys some things that you can do, and there's other channels out there that do the same thing. But today, I want you to think about it. Think about what's going to happen if North Korea reaches our country. Think what's going to happen if we go to war with either North Korea or China. What's going to happen to you, your family? Not just your family in your house, but the rest of your family. The ones that live all over the United States. Your grandkids. What's going to happen to them? These are all things you need to take into account. Not trying to scare you guys. What I'm trying to do is make sure that you're thinking in the right direction. This isn't one of those videos that's supposed to scare the bejeez off of you, make you go out and do crazy stuff. I'm telling you what my thoughts are. Hopefully it'll get through and you'll be able to think some of your own. Excuse me. Hydration. I don't want to be dehydrated. Anyway, it's what I have for today, and it's a lot to think about. I said a lot in a little bit of time, but I think that you should think about what I'm telling you. Sure, we go about our lives and just say, what the hell? But should be thinking about what the hell. What the hell if? Well, that's what I got for you. So I want you guys to do what we always do. Give me a thumbs up. Go out, check out these other websites that are going to help you prepare. Give them a thumbs up. What I want you to do is leave some comments down below of what you thought of my video, and what you think we should do from now on. So that's all I have for today. As usual, it's God bless you, God bless me, and God bless the US of A. Talk to you next time.